Well, good morning. Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Wolak. We're here each and every day at 8 a.m. Central Time, 7 a.m. Mountain Time, because that's where I am today. I happen to be in Denver, Colorado. I'm visiting my granddaughter, but that doesn't stop me from being with you today. And I love being with you and sharing with you ideas. And so today I thought I'd talk about this whole thing that a lot of people are feeling, and that is about anxiety. Anxiety is basically fear of the future. And guess what? Most of it, it's an illusion. It's what the ego creates. And this is what we really don't understand, is that most of the fear that comes into our lives is created because of the way we've been domesticated, the way we've been brought up to believe. And it's not necessarily true at all. In other words, I know that my parents implanted within me a lot of different ideas, a lot of different beliefs. And because I was young, I bought into all of those ideas and beliefs without ever questioning them. And so, I'm here and I'm with my little granddaughter, and Claire's 3. And I'm watching and wondering, what is she absorbing? What are the ideas that are being implanted in her subconscious mind? And so I'm very conscious of how I'm interacting with her, making sure that I don't use fear. I use an energy. I think that's the best thing that I can say. What I'm doing with Claire is I'm keeping my energy a high vibration. I don't want to say positive, because what is positive energy? I don't know what may be positive for me is not positive for you. But I think it's interesting to note that people respond to the energy that you put out. They don't respond to your words and your actions. It's more the energy in which you do things. And if you're anxious, in other words, if you're fear of the future, and this is where most fear comes from. Most fear comes from fear of the unknown. Our ego just does not like to deal with the unknown. It struggles with that. It struggles with that. And guess what? The unknown is where all the juice is. The unknown is where excitement is. Without the unknown, life would be a drag. It would be so boring. So the thing that actually gives life most of its meaning, guess what? It's the thing we fear the most. And that's sort of funny, isn't it? That just is sort of mind-boggling to understand that. So I just share with you that when you start getting fearful, just ask the question, is there really anything to fear here? Or is it just, I have been domesticated? I've been brainwashed into believing. I really love the word domesticated. I think we as humans have been domesticated. We're being domesticated every moment of every day by the media that's out there, on television, in the news, on social media. Everyone's trying to get us to see their point of view, and they keep saying the same thing over and over again, and we blindly buy in. However, a lot of times what they say, there's no fact behind it. But we assume there's fact, and then we divide ourselves into this camp and that camp and that camp and that camp. And then we argue about things that aren't even true. They're just opinions. Isn't that silly that we argue about opinions? Well, we have a child of God from England out there today. We've got Wendy in the city. We've got Carolee. She's, I think she's like in Maryland. We've got people from all over the country and all over the world listening. I just love that this message can go anywhere. Nicole says, anxiety, fear caused by too much to do in allotted scheduled amount of time, not living up to expectations of ourselves and others. Lost you in meditation. iPad overheats in Florida, son. It can. Here's the thing about a schedule. That we are anxious because of our schedule. We get depressed because our schedule is so big. Hey, trim it down. Really decide what's important. I've noticed that here, I set an intention that while I'm here in Denver with my granddaughter and my sons, is that I'm going to be fully present. Now, I did make an exception. I'm going to do my morning meditation, and I'm going to do my talks, Thoughts That Can Change Your Life. Other than that, I put aside everything. Why? Everything is about connecting. Everything is about family connection. I've made that determination, so I'm controlling my schedule. I invite you to think about your day. And here's the thing, once you set your schedule, once you do it, then do your best. Whatever your schedule is, do your very best. And then when it's time to stop and go on to something else, just stop and go on to something else and let go. We're constantly setting unrealistic expectations for ourselves. And we're the ones who set it more than anyone else. So realize that you're in control over what you're accomplishing. Everyone wants to meet Claire, don't they? I could bring her on, maybe I will at some point. Right now she's eating. And you don't disturb the little lady when she's eating. And if I bring her on, you may never want to watch me again. You may just want to watch her. She's cute and she's got personality. And we're teaching her the idea of what does it mean to ask? That was something I was working on yesterday. I said, Claire, when you want something, what do you do? I said, no, you use the word ask. And I'm trying to associate within her mind what asking means because her mind hasn't fully developed that idea yet. Isn't that interesting? And so I'm going to ask you this question. Do you ask for what you want when you want it? That should be the number one agreement you have with everyone in your life that's of importance, whether it be your friend, your life partner, your children, whether it be at work, because I'm going to tell you, folks, no one can read your mind. If you don't ask, don't build up a faulty expectation that you're going to get what you want. Because if you're not asking, no one else is going to know because you're the most unique person in the world and no one else thinks like you. No one else thinks like you. So with that in mind, I've given you a lot to think about today. Everything that your mind perceives is an illusion that it creates, and you get to choose the illusion or dream that you live in today. The question is, what kind of dream is it going to be? So go create your most magnificent dream and know if no one says it to you, I will. I love you and accept you just like you are. Have a great day, everybody. Take care. Aloha.